Hello and welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I decided to just kind of step back a little bit. I figured I share with you a little bit of basics and I would say fundamentals, especially for those that are coming to the channel that are really just starting to look at trading. I wanted to cover a couple of topics. What is day trading? You probably hear a lot of terms like fundamental, technical analysis. What are they? And then, you've probably heard it on my channel and others, indicators. So I'll share a couple of examples of some. I won't go into too many details. I will cover some more details in future videos on indicators and what they are. What is day trading? Day trading really is making money day by day, benefiting from activity on a day-to-day basis from movement of the stock. So one strategy would be you buy low, wait for the price to go up, and then you sell. Another strategy would be you sell while the stock is at a price because you are expecting it to go down, and then when it goes down you buy back. This is called shorting a stock. I will cover a little bit more in detail about shorts in future videos, but basically just to say, these are two common strategies when it comes to day trading. Fundamental and technical. Fundamental analysis is really looking at the company itself, looking at the assets that it has, looking at how it's been performing, looking at its financial information, and deciding from there, is the stock today, the price today, reflective of the company, its performance, its assets. However, when it comes to technical analysis, this is really looking at the movement of the price and volume, really using the charts to see basically, supply and demand and opportunities to buy and sell based on price action, basically based on movement up and down of price. When it comes to technical analysis, this is where, indicators are used quite heavily to try and identify, entries, buy and sell opportunities. When it comes to indicators themselves, there are plenty of indicators. In short, really, what it comes down to is really techniques to allow individuals to understand the price, where it's at, where it's been, and then momentum, people coming in, people coming out. Some of the most common indicators I've seen are moving averages. There are really two types. There's simple moving average, and then there's also exponential moving average. And they are, when it comes to exponential, and not diving too deep into the formula itself, the exponential moving average really gives a lot more weight for more recent days versus the standard moving average. There's also something called the moving average convergence divergence, or known as the MACD. This is really to try to figure out to find really momentum. And then lastly, relative strength index. This is something really used to identify if a specific stock is being oversold or overbought. And like I said, there's really many more. What I'll do now is I'll just jump into a chart and just show you a bit in terms of these indicators. So in terms of indicators, depending on what you use, you can basically add and remove indicators. So usually you have, depending on the application, there's a place called indicators, and this is where you add your indicators. So for example, when we talk about the moving average convergence divergence, for example, you can add it in here and it shows up at the bottom here. Like I said, we'll go into detail in another video around what that is, but it's really, in short, talking about basically changes in momentum. Momentum to the downwards, momentum to the upwards, etc. And there are many individuals that use these indicators as a way basically to try and figure out an entry point into the stock itself. Other indicators like the moving averages actually show up on the chart itself. So for example, this is a 9-day moving average. A lot of people use a multitude of these indicators and really act on one when an indicator crosses another. So for today, like I said, I just wanted to share a little bit of the basics. In the upcoming videos, I'll start taking a couple of indicators, diving deeper into how they are set up, and what are they comprised of, and then some strategies that people use them. And of course, please keep in mind this channel's meant for learning purposes and not intended as financial advice. I always recommend for those that are trading, please do your due diligence, and see you on the next video.